Welcome back, everybody. Sorry I missed last week's stream. For those of you that don't follow me on social media, my power went out for all of Tuesday, basically, from like 5 p.m. to 4 a.m. or something. So, unfortunately, no stream last week. Sometimes things like that happen, but we're back this week, and a special, exciting, I guess, not really announcement, but I guess a little tidbit of information if you're watching this before Saturday. There is a Legacy Super Qualifier happening on Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time, 9:05 a.m. Central Time, which I'll also be streaming. So I will be live this Saturday. I know I haven't done like a weekend big challenge stream in a while, and I'm kind of feeling the itch a little bit. Get the fire lit under me again. In that vein, I will also be kind of talking about it today as the stream progresses, but I'll be trying to make a sideboard guide, I think, for red-white Death and Taxes. I haven't made a sideboard guide for subs, for Twitch subs in a while. There was a kind of a dead period early 2025 where just like, man, Legacy was just not really hitting, and the vibes are definitely a little bit better now, so... hopefully I'll get some information today, prep for the super on the weekend, and then after that, sometime after that, I'll get a sideboard guide out. So get excited about those things. As for the list that we're playing almost exactly what a JWVH person I talked about 2 weeks ago when I was I guess it was 3 weeks ago when I streamed this list, because 2 weeks ago was the blue-white D&T nonsense. But I know Jamie's still pretty gung-ho about red-white. I tend to like red-white. I was a big fan of red-white during the Grief Frog era. There was a bigger red-white versus black-white split. This deck had been feeling nice. I'd been enjoying it. There are a couple of meta shifts that have kind of lended me to like the access to the red cards a lot. I think there are a couple tweaks that I would like to make. The only change right now is the third Magus got turned into a Mindbreak Trap, which is something that we had talked about at the end of that stream a few weeks ago. But in terms of main deck considerations, the only cards I would really want are like second Formal Wear, third Skyclave, or second Witch Enchanter as the 34th land. I don't really know what I would cut for any of those. I think the first cut would be like the fourth Broadside Bombardier. We're going to just run it as is and kind of talk about the differences and why I kind of want access to some of those cards, but everything else is exactly the same. I've also thought about going back to a 4 Prismatic Vista mana base, something else that I believe I touched on, but I might be forgetting that. Just feels like more decks are messing with my mana lately. There's just like a lot more tempo now than when this mana base was initially concocted. Elegant Parlor, which is like really busted when you're playing against Scam and you're just like hard mulliganing and you really needed to like find relevant things and like those mid to late turns, and turning your fetch lands into surveillance was really nice. There's just more like straight tempo now where you just want to go like basic. Cast all your spells, don't get wastelanded, and Prismatic Vista does lend itself to that at least a little bit better. 4 Vista sickos. I mean, the 4 Vista makes more sense in the Black Splash, something else we've talked about, when you're casting like Thoughtseize on turn 1 pretty reliably. But I think it might be more worthwhile considering in the Red Splash again, with all like the different tempo decks running around. You just like cast your spells, win the game versus tempo, rather than you don't necessarily need that extra like surveil value as frequently. I think that's about it. We're still rocking Thalias. There was a brief moment, but right before Corey Steel Cutter started hitting in some of the blue-red Delver lists, where I was like, what if we just like cut 4 Thalias and played 4 Ethersworn Canonists? Because Thalia was already like really bad versus the combo decks, or versus like the tempo decks, especially like the Boatmaster tempo decks. So like you play a 2 toughness creature that has more relevance in the combo matchups, and like similarly kind of irritating but not that useful levels of text versus the Delphi, the tempo-y matchups. And then they printed Corey Steel Cutter, and just like, wow, you just, as much as like Ethersworn Canonist looks like it would be a reasonable card to run against that card, it's just like, all right, play my Ethersworn Canonist, okay, turn 2, play Corey Steel Cutter, play my Mishra's Bauble, cast all of my artifacts through your Ethersworn Canonist. Thalia actually lines up like pretty well against the card, where like the Corey Steel turn itself costs like 4 mana to pop off, and when it's in play it costs, spells it usually costs like 2 or 3 mana to punch through, start getting your tokens and stuff. So I think Thalia is just kind of the card that's most on the table. I also thought about like bringing Spirit of the Labyrinth back as a potential like different avenue of attacking Corey Steelcutter, like cantrip cycling. But in reality, the card's not good against like the baubles and not that good against just Corey Steelcutter into creature spell or cast the bauble or lightning bolt. Like none of the creatures are very good against Steelcutter into lightning bolt, but you get the idea. Anyway, let's just get started here. I'll maybe shoot for the prelim if it happens, but I doubt it'll fire. So we'll just. Have you played against Cutter yet? I managed to dodge it for weeks. I played against it once, but it was at the end of a league, like late at night. I queued into Billy, who like kicked my butt with it, but like I like hard punted game one. And I don't think it changes the D&T dynamic specifically that significantly, because I think it's a card that's like fairly beatable as far as D&T is concerned. But it is a card that you do kind of want the extra Skyclave or perhaps the extra Witch Enchanter. There are like you do it makes you happier to run the Loran, and like awkwardly you can't really cut it versus Delver anymore, stuff like that. Hey Eureka, thanks for the resub. But on my tempo arc, should I sign up for the prelim with a Blue Days deck? Yes, you should register cards that produce blue mana and days in the prelim. Whatever other cards you register around those are fully up to you. Is Cutter real in Legacy? Yeah, it's been showing up. It won a challenge at least one challenge. It's been showing up pretty regularly over the past week or so. Interestingly enough, I've seen Delver players that are just on regular blue-red splash questing druid still, but I have seen some Delver players moving to like straight blue-red, cut Delver for Corey Steel plus baubles, like maybe play a couple of Tamios, and it's just like Corey Steel, DRC Murktide threat slot. So the Delver community doesn't seem to have like 100% solidified on where exactly that card is. Oh hey, Volrath. No idea what he's on. I would say it's pretty solid though. Assuming we, hit another land drop, it'll be fine. Check out Volrath's articles on MTG Goldfish if you don't usually. This Week in Legacy. For looks at stuff like Corey Steelcutter. Are you off the Daybreak account so you can salt off like normal instead of having to be on your best behavior? We don't talk about that, Eureka. We don't talk about how I use this account to belligerently berate my opponents for being lucky. Hear the words, the Delver community, horrible. It happens. Sometimes you gotta talk about the enemy. Delver's not even the enemy. We're kind of happy Delver's around. What's going on over there? I don't really know. Marsh Flats Swamp Cabal Therapy? If it was like... It feels like Reanimator, but if it was Reanimator, I feel like you'd... And you kept 7, I feel like I'd just be dying here. Maybe I am. No Lotus Petal. It's the modern deck. It could be, like... It could be Mardu Energy. Certainly. The fake chat hiding my shit talk. Yeah. This is an overlay on OBS. The real chat's, like, right off screen. I think I'm just gonna not fetch anyway. It's a little tempting to surveil, try to hit third land. But I think I want basic plains. Easy. Never didn't have it. Well, we're gonna cast Thalia here. I'm just gonna go plains. I don't really know what he's up to over there. I want to get, like, opposition agented or something. Thalia will be nice if he is up to some real bullshit. If he's gonna cast Orcish Bowmaster, I'm a little bummed, but... That's life. Alright, looking more and more like the Mardu Energy, maybe black, maybe just white, straight white black. Oh, my recruiter of the guards. Well, 2 for 2, I guess. Fair enough. My recruiter of the guards, I needed those. Now we're going to cast a 2-2 haste and do nothing. If we draw a white card, we can shoot for 7. Not really something I'm looking to do when my opponent's at 19, but you know. Alright, yeah, let's just get in some damage. Main deck therapy in 2025. Yeah, I mean, these tokens decks, it makes more sense. Not exactly the most efficient use there, but obviously when your opponent has 2 recruiter the guards in hand, you want to fire that guy off. I almost just want to throw this. Yeah, it's good with the Johnny, good with Orcish Bowmaster, pretty good with Ocelot Pride. This is a main deck therapy. This therapy's sweet. I keep wanting to make these like Ocelot Pride decks work in Legacy. I can never make them work. I was trying like a mono white list earlier. I was like, oh yeah, there it is. Is in fact Mardu. Oh, my thing. I kind of want to surveil. But it means that we can't put Yorion in hand and surveil and Mom. We can just play Mom and surveil, I think. If we Fate Land 5, we can just cast Solitude before we play Yorion anyway. I almost want to just fetch another basic there, but never mind. Well, never mind on the fetching a surveil, I guess. Alright, sure. No, my Solitude! Come on, now I feel like I need to fetch a surveil land, huh? But then we're just never casting Yorion, we'll get Wastelanded next turn, but we need to draw a card this turn, I think, is the big thing. He only has 1 card left in hand, and the ability to flashback therapy on my Yorion anyway, so it's not very safe. So yeah, let's surveil. Really want to find... We got a lot of action in the deck here. That qualifies. I think we just tag the Guide of Souls here. Also, Pride's fairly well shut down by both Thalia and Mom, unless he finds another enabler, which would suck, but just Guide of Souls by itself is more annoying to deal with, considering it gives flying. Yeah, this is not my favorite card in the world to put on the top of my deck here, but certainly good enough. Are we the better D&T deck, or are they? I played against the red-white version of this deck and like completely slaughtered it. The Cabal therapies are definitely more rude. Taking all my good cards. Yep, there goes Elegant Parlor, and that all tracks. A necessary evil. That one's not bad. Kind of want to... Guess we just hold it. We don't need to cast it yet. It does cost 2 mana, so maybe I'm supposed to just plow and start attacking. Only attacking for 2. You want to be careful with Swords of Plowshares versus Ocelot Pride, because if you plow on their turn and he plays a second Ocelot Pride, then you give him the life gain trigger. But there's also a chance that we could try to hold on to this plow for something more reasonable than this Ocelot Pride that we have shut down, like if he draws a second Guide of Souls or something. I think we'll just hold on to it. Surveil land, Black, white, yeah. No, Mythalia. What does this mean? I mean, I just declare the block first, let damage happen if he really wants it to. I'm just happy to trade here, yeah. Thoughtseize, alright, fine. Well, Thalia was not getting anywhere anytime soon anyway, so that's fine. This therapy is still going to be good against me if we draw Recruiter or Stoneforge at any point in this game. So I'm thinking that we have to just put the Urian in hand right now and just... I guess we could draw, like, Stoneforge for Sash and, like, eat the therapy or something, so maybe we don't. We're already down 2 Recruiters as well. Really want a Stoneforge for Formal Wear, though. I guess we'll wait. Which means... yeah. You never know. It's a main phase surveil spot. What would we be main phase surveilling for? Information, I guess. Information on whether or not I want to add Urian to my hand. I'm not sure what... I guess if, like, Stoneforge is on the top of my deck, then I would add Urian to my hand. That sort of thing. Could make sense. This is good eventually. Maybe I add this to my hand. Maybe I just keep this on top and then put Urian in my hand. This has got to be good, yeah. We'll draw a land, right? Cabal Therapy is the most damage I did to the D&T mirror. Yeah, Cabal Therapy is really good against D&T. I mean, I guess I just let my whole hand go to shit. But force the Cabal Therapy, at least. Kill the stupid cat token, yeah. Not therapying me? Land? Shit. and the vial to really... Alright, fine, whatever. He might have forgotten about the therapy in his graveyard. I do that all the fucking time. I was the worst Timeless Dragon player of all time back when that was in D&T. Just fucking awful. Land? Oh, we did it! We can cast Solitude, holy shit. I'm surprised he didn't just, like, immediately dumpster this cat token, but I imagine he forgot about Cabal Therapy. I'm just gonna cast the Solitude. It literally, like, can't get better, and it lets me start attacking. He is really flooding out. Do we get a Solitude with a Chainsaw? Not if we draw a 3-drop, but maybe we'll just draw... that. Yeah, perfect. Vroom vroom. Go get him. Second mom. Opponent is my health insurance, forgetting about the importance of therapy. Brutal. Oh, Alright, well, that's not a... Still had one of those. Wait, probably should have fetched last turn. Then it did. Alright, we got there. So, Mardu, Therapy, Thoughtseize, probably Bowmaster, plus the energy package. The red splash probably means Bombardier or Fable. Maybe Amped Raptor. Wrath definitely is good against the Ocelot Pride Guide of Souls decks. I'm mostly thinking about Disruptor Flute. I think Disruptor Flute's good enough just because we know Johnny's going to be in there. And there's a chance we shut off Bombardier or Fable. And, like, Thalia is, like, actually okay first strike blocker. Somehow manages to matter in 2025. We also are a Broadside Bombardiers deck, so it's not the most enticing Disruptor Flute name. We're also in a Johnny deck. Same thing there. Maybe we just play 2 Thalia. Thalia does kind of suck a lot against Orcish Bowmaster, though. Thalia's also a white card, pitches to Solitude, you know, yada yada. Although... At least Magus of the Moon's better than Disruptor Flutes. My opponent showed basic Swamp, basic Plains. But the mana requirements of... The deck is, like, fairly mana intensive at times. It's got a lot of single pips, so it's pretty easy to fetch out, like he did. Basic Plains, basic Swamp. But I think... I mean, Magus of the Moon is, like, an extra Johnny activator. Loron hits, like, Bombardment if it's in there, or... Fable. I think this is all fine to me. Just do that. I'll reveal my companion. Alright, it's a hand. It's got some distinct flaws, but it's got some upsides too. Please do not therapy me naming Mother of Runes. If you therapy turn 1, you just, like, slam dunk name Aether Vial, right? Man, I maybe should have actually thought about wastelanding that, but... We might wasteland next turn, depending on what happens here. Wasteland second Mom is interesting. Don't love wastelanding this deck just based on how low the curve is, and if my opponent just goes like Black Source Therapy, flip the Ajani, we'd like to have pressure in play. Casting Stoneforge is also very bad against Cabal Therapy. We do have Flicker Wisp eventually, probably, to like help unflip an Ajani in the absolute worst case. Is like wasteland them and then like getting double therapy that bad for me? With double Mom in play? Yeah, it's kind of bad for me. I feel like Stoneforge would rather get Chainsaw or Formal Wear, but I think this is really not a Stoneforge turn if we're playing around therapy, because then the therapy is just a guaranteed 2-for-1. Just name the Stoneforge hit and then flashback name like the next best card in my hand. So I think it's probably just a Johnny or Wasteland plus Mother of Runes. Double Wasteland makes me like kind of inclined to like fish for a land light hand. I think we'll do it next turn though. Opponent's on Voice of Victory. It could be another card in their deck, yeah. Hard to fit once you start going into like Mardu, it begins to get hard to fit everything, you know. Wasteland me? That's kind of fine. Interesting. Quarry Steel Cutter. Just with like a bunch of 1s and 2s. Good with Cabal Therapy. Four cards in opponent's hand. I want to wasteland a little bit more with Core Steel Cutter, but this deck doesn't seem like it can really pressure you with the prowess tokens. It doesn't seem great at triggering prowess multiple times to make this card super threatening. If that's not the case, then I think I should just Stoneforge for Chainsaw here. My opponent might be trying to find Black Source, which means this is like a nightmare. Waste seems okay. It lets me develop the Mother of Runes after. Double Mom's like really messed up. Hard for my opponent to punch through. Yeah, I don't hate it. I kind of want to cut them off of colors, but I also like don't want to deal with this Karakas plus the Ajani. Or my Ajani. Also, their red cards are probably like fairly expensive. I think, yeah, I think I am going to. Every time a Karakas gets wastelanded, the second Karakas does instantly materialize in your opponent's hand. But I think this deck might only play one Karakas. Am I allowed to attack there? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I wait until I have Double Mom in play. Double Mom active. Ooh, no land. Ooh, no land. Don't mind if I do. Alright. Let's send it, I guess. Play Stoneforge, get Chainsaw, I think. Maybe we just get Cauldra. Just fucking punish him. If he doesn't draw Black Source like exactly this turn, then Cauldra just fucking puts him in the dirt. That's probably the play, huh? Cauldra time. Seems like not a Black Source. You could chainsaw your own Ajani. I mean, that is true. That's probably about as game-winning as getting as Cauldra, honestly. Chainsaw Cat Warrior, flip Ajani, bolt the Ajani. Yeah, it might honestly be better. We have Flicker Waste to like flicker the Chainsaw, kill even more stuff after. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like he's dead and not drawing lands. Yeah, I think all roads lead to Rome if my opponent doesn't draw, specifically, like Thoughtseize that turn. So maybe it's slightly better to tutor Cauldra, because in that case I still have the better top deck in my deck still. I don't know if that logic checks out, but like I think if he misses, I win the game on the spot with Cauldra or Chainsaw, and if he doesn't miss, then I'm drawing Chainsaw is better than drawing Cauldra. I literally have Harane's stream pulled up so that he doesn't fucking queue into me this week. Feels like either way you're right. Yeah, very like small decision at that point. I'm fucking watching you, Efron. We're not playing this week. It's been like outside of the week my power literally went out. We played the past 3 weeks in a row, I think. Maybe only 2 weeks, I forget. Perhaps the best choice was to wasteland. Yeah, it would have been real good if I had done that, huh? Hard to know, though. You love a good Cauldra hand, huh? I'll keep this still, but classic mold 6. I was watching Jamie's stream on Sunday. He was streaming the challenge, and this Cauldra was just fucking glued to his openers. Really makes me want to cut Stoneforge sometimes, but Purple Forward is so fucking good. I think Pre-Reformer is the like actual only card that's keeping Stoneforge in my deck. Card's nuts. What are we playing against? Breakfast? This hand's very bad against Breakfast. Spell Pierce. Stifle Knot? This hand's very bad against Stifle Knot. This deck's very bad against Stifle Knot. Are you kidding me? Are we playing against Evron's deck when I was just talking about I literally have his stream pulled up so we don't queue into him, and we just queue into someone else playing his deck? I'm gonna lose it if this is actually fucking his Stifle Knot deck again. I can't imagine a lot of other Meticulous Archive Ancient Tomb stock up Spell Pierce decks other than Evron's Torpor Orb, his stompy Stifle Knot thing. I'd be so scared of the Chainsaw line. I love Chainsaw Your Own and Johnny Token lines. It's like risky if you don't have, but we have like double Maw in play, so it's like actual no blowout potential. But when the game, if you had your opponent had a triggered ability that kills their cat token. Yeah, everyone in the D&D Discord is always talking about, like, oh, I keep playing against Stifle Knot, I keep losing, how do I beat the Stifle Knot matchup? And I'm sitting over here like, I haven't played against Stifle Knot in, like, months, outside of specifically the one time I queued into Everon, so I don't know where you guys are, like, digging up these fucking Stifle Knot players, and lo and behold, here we are now, huh? I guess we play Thalia here to text like the activators. I almost want a Wasteland, but I feel like Wastelanding against the opponent that just resolves Sock Up is not the correct choice. Maybe I should have led on Wasteland so I could potentially go like Caracas Wasteland. No, then I'm casting a 2 anyway. If you have local Stifle Knot gamers, then yes, I do feel sorry for you. Alright, well, good reason to not Wasteland, I suppose. Good reason to play Johnny first is if we got, like, Torpor Orbed, but we are not getting Torpor Orbed. Got a lot of Johnnies. Shit out of here. Cast a Thrall? Oh, cast a Plow. Sure. Alright, Johnnies. It's time to carry me to victory. You got your work cut out for you, boys. Happening. Gonna Odawara my Ajani in response? Wow, that's certainly a play you're allowed to make. You got it. I mean, I guess I'll cast this Aether Vial. Ajani squad, I believe in you. Oh, he's just dead! What happened? Opponent just died. Alright, we take those. Easy. Easy game 1. Clean. Kind of said that the P-Fire mode of a Giant Spouse recast wasn't good enough. I've done it before, but it doesn't happen a lot. Control isn't really around. 2015 D&T would have would have committed so many crimes for a card that is just the front side of a Johnny. We would have killed for this card in our decks in fucking 2015 to 2017. Oh man. What a world we could have lived in. Let's get these in here. I guess these come in? Yeah, they have Urza Saga. It's an answer to Torp Orb. It's not a good answer to Torp Orb, but... Oh god, what does this deck look like? Like, what cards are good and bad? I feel like this card's probably not very good. Board in 6 cards, oh no. What the hell are we cutting? Johnnies were so good that game, but I feel like a Johnny is not really where I want to be. Cathalia's and Sash. Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, I think Thalia's gonna largely not be good enough. Thalia, like, exactly on turn 2, can be reasonable to help tax, like, the ability for your opponent to, like, have their, like, dress down into, whatever it's called, Null Drifter stuff. But yeah, I think on average, my opponent's deck is going to hit a bunch of land drops. Like, they had like 5 mana at the end of that game 1 or whatever. I think Thalia's just not quite going to cut it. Ajani doesn't inspire a ton of confidence in me, but it is a thing that can... It's hard to... I guess it's really hard to flip with this Torpor in play. You just actually need to have 2 Ajanis, but we'll start here. Wait, did this Chainsaw do anything in this matchup? I don't know if his deck has Thralls. Oh no, this Chainsaw doesn't kill Thrall. I'm fucking stupid. I think Chainsaw might actually be terrible. Kills a Construct sometimes. Does the deck have Tamios? I don't know. Remember when Construct beats from Urza Saga was a valid plan? I remember when, like, Urza Saga felt, like, too good for Legacy, and, like, all the decks were just playing it because they could. Go get him, Aether Vial. If we get Torp Orbed, I guess we just cast Solitude Pitch Recruiter. And keep the Squire over the 3-mana 1/1. You remember the field versus GQ in Yori on D&T? Yeah, that was sweet. God, I remember, like, when I was innovating with that, and I was like, I don't want Ghost Quarter. Like, what other options do I have? I played, like, a League with Dust Bowl in my deck, and then one person was in the D&D Discord was like, why don't I play Field of Ruin? And I was like, wow, I'm fucking stupid. I just, like, forgot this card existed. Oh, there's the Torp Orb. Alright, 3 mana, or 0 mana, 2/1 time. I don't think this is going to be good enough to win versus my opponent's Urza Saga in play. I guess we could draw exactly Wrath of the Skies, but... Oh shit, this actually works too! We can kill the Saga before it makes a fucking thing. Is surveilling more important than casting a Squire? Probably. The answer is like 100% yes. I technically should have played that, but no well. Splash is sauceless. Kinda, yeah. I think my Magus is just gonna get countered. I'm gonna lose, but... There was like a pause on that Solitude. Made me think. My opponent was like, yeah, I can beat it 3-2. Magus will just get countered and we'll die. It's just null drifter time. I don't even know if I can beat that. I guess we can. The thing we can't beat is the subsequent force of will. Another 3-2. I believe in you, Magus Moon. You will surely resolve. Just let it happen. Damn. the long pause gave me hope for like a split second. It's like, are they like malding? Did we get them? No, they're just thinking about the blue card to pitch. That would have been a great. That would have honestly, I think, coupled with the Sword Splashers especially, I think that Magus would have been game winning. He could. They could obviously draw like a Dreadnought and things would be bad again, but you know, we would have had a lot of potential to win this game. But now we're gonna super fucking die to 12-12. I mean, we could plow the 12-12, and then they're at 26 life, and then we're getting Annihilator 1 every turn. How the hell do we win game 1? We cast a Johnny like 2 times, and my opponent didn't have anything. And Wastelanded the Urza Saga, and then they didn't have anything and died. Not even floating, wow. Just Pith the Needle of the Aether Vial, dang. Pending my Aether Vial? Rude. Play my Squire for free. Plow Solitude. What's happening? Plow the 2-1? Are they scared of like second Ajani, I guess? I don't know. I think we will sack 1 land. I'm trying to think of how we win this game. My opponent has nothing for the rest of the game, and we plow both their creatures, put them to like 30 life, and then attack them for Solitude 10 times. That sounds doable. Sack Solitude to topic Wrath. Yeah, that might have been the play. Just cast another Dreadnought, please. My 3-mana 1/1. We're saved. Yeah, topic Wrath would have been really good. Kill the Torpor and the Dreadnought, then sack a land, and then plow the Null Drifter after. Yeah, that definitely would have been the play. Alright. Ah. We'll top deck the 3rd Solitude. Or not 3rd Solitude, sorry. 3rd Plow. 3rd Plow. Don't top deck the 3rd Solitude. Leave me alone! No, fuck! I called shot on the wrong card, and also we would have died to the third Dreadnought anyway. I explicitly didn't ask for this. Cataclysm reminds me of the 60 card. The Cataclysm is the card that I miss the most. Why the hell does that card have Annihilator? Because it's 7 mana. I almost want Formal Wear. This is probably not actually good enough. If they don't have, I think Chainsaw's bad. I think we've just deduced that Chainsaw is pretty. Chainsaw does flip your Ajani though. Ugh. Oh god. I think Chainsaw sucks because it doesn't hit anything, right? Formor also sucks. It only helps with your creature if you think it's Force of Willed. Or sacked to an Annihilator trigger or something. Chainsaw doesn't kill it, only 1/3. It's a 1/2, but yes, it does not kill that one. Formor is also notably bad against Thrall if it's in their deck. Like almost want like Disruptor Flute. Just like fucking name Null Drifter or Torpor Orb. Seems kind of like a horrible plan. Yeah, I think Harain is pretty off Thrall lately. But like I think Chainsaw is really bad regardless of build. I guess it's worse against Thrall because it's literally a blank text box when Thrall's in play and you can't use it to flip your Ajani versus this you can use it to to flip your Ajani potentially. Maybe we just run it back. I think you're just almost always Stoneforging for Cauldron anyway, unless you have like Ajani's in hand. I think Formal War is like situationally a good top deck, or like, but it's not a card I'm super interested in. It gives you a bunch of stats, which is something that you can not do under Torpor Blunt. Alright, I think this hand kind of sucks, but well, you can bank on Double Wasteland to save the day. I almost want to, like, not cast my Mother of Runes on turn 1, just to surveil, to try to make this hand better. But I think I will. I think I'm pretty aggressively going to Wasteland any non-basic my opponent puts into play. Play like turn 1 Urza's Saga. There's just some other horrible sign of weakness. Tundra Ponder. Oh no, I can't beat basic planes and kill my Mother of Runes. Surely this hand can win a game of Magic. Okay, that could be worse. Cards in hand. I believe in you, Stoneforge Mystic. I have faith in your ability to both resolve and stay in play to put a Cauldron Complete into play for my Broadside Bombardiers. Surely this will work out for me. Yeah, exactly, Miriam. It's just like the D&D Discord is so fucking scared of Stifle Not with good reason. It's not a good matchup, but I just feel like I see it infinitely less than everyone in the Discord does. I just like don't get it. Like I would much sooner complain about Doomsday a bunch because it's a deck that I would just actively play against on a non-zero capacity, and the matchup sucks much worse. All right, surely this will just work. They have nothing. They'll play an Urza Saga that they need as their third mana source, and then I'll wasteland it. Yeah, Doomsday's probably getting bodied pretty hard by, like, the massive uptick in tempo right now. No, that's a lot of mana. I don't want that. How many Dreadnoughts is this, you think? Surely it can't be 2. Surely it will just be 1 in equipped Lava Spur Boots. Kind of wish I had a second White Source instead of the second Wasteland, but it is what it is. We can take 13. Notably, we could block with Stoneforge and not take 13, but that's obviously very bad for a lot of reasons. But it is worth noting that this thing does not have trample this turn. Second White Source off the top. Pretty please. Would love second White Source. Nice. Alright, how do we do this? I guess we just plow sorcery speed. Because if the plow doesn't resolve, if they have Force of Will, then we want to keep the Cauldron to block, obviously. Or we could get super greedy and Flicker Wisp the Dreadnought. That seems kind of crazy, though. If they have Force, we just die instantly. And it puts gives them another turn to, like, find an answer to our Cauldron. It is cool, though, yes. It is a fucking banger of a play. But yes, I think we will just plow this. It is unfortunate that we also can't Wasteland because of the ward. It is also unfortunate that my opponent is at 8 trillion life now. And we are at 6. I mean, 8 trillion life isn't a ton when there's the threat of Broadside Bombardier's Cauldron looming. I think we might have, like, lethal in, like, 3 turns or something. My opponent has 4 cards in hand, a bunch of mana, and this Lava Spur Boots in play, which is very scary. I think we kind of have to attack, though. I don't think we can play around, like, second Dress Down plus Dreadnought this turn. Or Torpor plus Dreadnought, whatever. Six, 7, 8 plus 9. We're showing 17 here, but obviously I won't sack the Cauldron if we don't have, like, lethal. Opponent's got a decent chunk of mana. 5 mana means I might want to draw step Wasteland. No, stop it. Come on, I'm tapped out. We don't have to tank about this. Just lethal me. Come on. I'm tapped out and I literally cannot beat you with Solitude if you just Dreadnought Dress Down me. Dress Down Dreadnought. I guess maybe it's Dress Down into Hull Breacher, or not Hull Breacher, Null Drifter. Yeah. Alright. We can beat that, yeah. You could block with Solitude. Oh, okay, that is actually true. Yes, we could block with Solitude. Fair enough. The thing I was just talking about last turn. What are we doing? I'm gonna be so upset if this is Surveil into a fucking Dreadnought attack you for lethal. Because there's no reason you would main phase the Surveil and then go for the lethal. Like, you would want to make the decision after I, like, Solitude blocked or something. Dress Down doesn't stop boots. Yeah, it's timestamps. It gives the creature the ability after the creature has lost its abilities. Okay, sure. Not dead. lands would be nice. Alright. So, I think we just wasteland my opponent twice, attack with broadside bombardiers, fucking send it. No, they wouldn't have trample, the thing I was talking about. They wouldn't have trample off from the dress down. They would have trample if they had torpor orbed, but the dress down would remove the trample from the guy. We could actually jump block. Wasteland send all, maybe sack the Stoneforge of the Bombardiers, because we have second. Step one is cast this. See how it goes. We established this was like 17 damage. 3, 8, plus 9, 17. Put them to 4. Yeah. Does putting them to 9 here affect any specific choke points? Yes, it means that Bombardiers just has to attack and chuck the Cauldra, and then they die instantly. It also means if they kill Broadside and then kill this Broadside, then we still have 2-turn lethal off of Cauldra. Hey, Lackey. I think I'm just gonna send it. Please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't... I forget what they did with the Meticulous Archive, if they topped it or not, but like... They have Dreadnought, they have Dreadnought. I guess, could we have not attacked that turn, put them to 14? To play around Dreadnought Boots, and then attack for 7 next turn, maybe? Ah, God, I don't want to think that hard. Oh shit, it's almost the prelim. The prelim's never firing, alright. Just 0% chance this thing fires? Alright, yeah. We'll keep playing our league. Don't kill me, 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 don't kill me. Yes! It works every time. Just beg. You just gotta want it more. Maybe I should have actually stopped and thought about like not attacking with Culture that turn, though. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta send it and die to some stuff, though. Locked it in when you mentioned you won your last Stifle Knot matchup. True, yeah. All the D&T experts are winning their Stifle Knot matchups. I don't know what is about the Discord they keep losing, huh? That's why they pay me the big bucks. Because I can beat Stifle Knot. We won! My opponent had a Torpor Orb in play both of the games we won, even. Wait, is that true? Did they play a Torpor Orb game 1? No, I don't think they did, right? No, yeah, they didn't. Game 2, they played the Torpor Orb. You lost the moral victory by not wisping the knot, though? Yeah, I mean, that's valid. Would've been such a fucking sick-ass play. But also, just instantly lose to the Force of Will is not the most exciting line in the world. Oh, I should have taken a screenshot and went into everyone's chat and been like, hey, this your man? I've really been enjoying the Red Splash again lately. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should try Yoshiwata's list again, but I don't... It does feel like the Core Steel Cutter versions of Delver lean more aggressive in a way that can punish the, like the Giga Durdle of the Overlord builds a lot. I do like Red Elemental Blast has been feeling good as the blue black tempo decks lean on Kaito, a card that's like pretty hard to answer sometimes. Um, yeah, Steel Cutter is definitely a way to like pressure you pretty roughly and not really let you sit on your hands. Cast like the game plan against Delver where Overlord was good is that you just have a bunch of removal spells, and you just kill a couple other cards early, and then your Overlord just gets online, becomes a 5/5 or whatever, and Steel Cutter is both good against a lot of removal and kills you fairly fast. Doesn't really let you sit on your hands. Again, Cauldron Glue Door Opener. At least this one has a Stoneforge in it. This hand's a little bit loose, but we'll keep it. Does Steel Cutter mean Battle Scroll comes back? I did genuinely think about it very briefly. Like, can we play Battle Scroll? I was thinking about it more in like an Ancient Tomb context, but probably not. Battle Scroll probably still horrible. You just get Formalware in the Delver matchup, just like every time. Formalware's so nuts. Please don't hurt me, opponent. I don't know what this basic island screams to me. It doesn't scream Delver player to me. Which means I kind of want to fetch a Surveil Land. High Tide. It's not giving Sneak and Show either. Oh, well, get fucked, Mother of Ruins. Maybe the mom comes back. Maybe we get Formalware here. What's happening here? I think it's just Formalware. I think Chainsaws may be slightly better if they are Delver. If they are Delver, I think this hand's kind of in trouble. But I think we just get Formalware. It's already online because we milled this mom. It meets they're slightly less likely to kill the Stoneforge with like a Lightning Bolt if they're on some sort of fair deck. I don't think Sash is going to be very good against my opponent's basic island deck. It's like a Lorien revealed? Maybe like a Jeskai island? No. We need Adam in here. Adam Wasmo. Double basic island. I would really like to land there, but you're also basically on it for all. Just, well, what you got? You gotta offer your thoughts before we get too much deeper into the matchup. Double basic islands already cheats. You can read this one is fuzzy. Yeah, I'm usually okay at it, but this one's got me a little bit puzzled. It does give a little bit of high tide, but I just like don't believe the high tide players in 2025 are a real thing. I mean, whatever it's giving, it's I'm going to try to kill them with this culture as fast as possible plan. Is it what's that stupid enchantment called? Thought Lash? I could see it as a Thought Lash island. That's valid. What's this deck missing? I think it's a busted Modern Horizons Revoker. Yeah, that or like a Modern Horizons Thalia. I do think Modern Horizons Revoker that's just Meddling Mage would be really, really nice. Just like white Meddling Mage text box. Or slightly better. Meddling Mage isn't exactly a 2025 card. It's Thought Lash time. Or Paradigm Shift, sorry. Yeah, the other one. So we draw land and win, right? Bombardiers is just lethal. Or my opponent just like goes for it. Into my fucking solitude. Let's go. Come on. No force of will. I'm not counting. I'm always solituding here. They pitched the Force of Will. Clearly that means they don't have another one. Damn it. I wasn't about to check the exile pile. I didn't want that. Where are we drawing the land? No, Moto! I really wanted to know if we were drawing that land. Does Paradigm Shift let you see their deck? Yeah, I mean, we can look at it, but it's just like... I'll be honest, I've never seen this one, but I imagine it's just so you can step through for a land. Card does not seem very playable otherwise. Well, this is a matchup I'm certainly happy to be on the red splash, at least. A lot of basic islands in here. I think you want Magus Moon anyway, though, because like you set up Magus plus Red Elemental Blast as some of your end game. This and this. Probably not that. Plows seem pretty terrible. Chainsaw seems pretty terrible. A Skyclave, I guess. No, you need a Skyclave. That stupid enchantment, a Wisp. It seems fine. Yeah. We saw a Chromox, but I don't really feel like Wrath of Skies is where it's at. Mother of Runes can protect your reasonable hate bearers, like Thalia delaying their stuff, or protecting your, like, Magus of the Moon. Holding off their caverns, so you can, like, hold up red blasts and stuff. This is probably... I'm probably attacking with Moms pretty aggressively in this matchup, though. But... I think they're fine enough to leave in. Damn, I can't believe we almost had that game won 2 different ways, too. If they didn't have the Chromox and we drew a land, we'd kill them. And if they didn't have the Force, we had Solitude to kill them. Unlucky. Sand's not great. I guess maybe not great is aggressive. Should I have scanned their deck for a Jace? Maybe. But, like, who wants to look through 50 fucking exile cards on Moto just to try to see if my opponent's running Jace? The real question is if I'm going to cast this Thalia on turn 2 versus Violodin. I guess Superfood's not a card you need to cast on turn 2. I might even just Wasteland plus cast Mom or something. Kinda want to Wasteland. We'll draw a land, right? Yeah, I mean, I guess Disruptor Flute costs 3, but Wasteland looking pretty good here. Imagine my opponent's gonna Wizard Cycle. Let's, gonna counter this? Yeah, there it is. They get the land. They just want to set up Thoracle. They just get Thoracle. I think we Wasteland this anyway. Just don't want to deal with, like, land Chromox, Thought Lasher, or some other bullshit. Next turn, I think I just Sorcery Speed Flute name Thoracle. So I can put in Thalia. There's a chance. If we draw a third land, I'll think about not doing that. Did I leave in Plows? No, I cut Plows, right? I left in Solitudes? That makes sense. Solitude's better with, yeah, I cut Plows, left in Solitude. Solitude's good with Bombardiers, and okay at stopping the Oracle like we tried in game 1. It's pretty bad. I think I'm just sending it with both these moms, honestly. Their bounce probably costs a lot, and bouncing the thought would take their whole turn, like this turn. Like, starting next turn I might not, but we'll see. Question is, when am I going to cast all of my spells here? I think I just need to... I think I'm going to cast Disruptor Flute now, name Thoracle, and then Violent Thalia. Imagine this gets forced. That's 7 cards in hand. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to like sequence this in a way that would make my opponent pay for the Force of Will. Unless you cast it, hold power to activate Vial, and just really hope they let you resolve the file for no reason. Pitch Thought Lash, alright. I'll put in this Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Yeah. So their combo turn costs 5 mana minimum now for like memory, whatever. Memories, whatever. What is it called? Paradigm Shift? Paradigm Shift Oracle in the same turn. But they can obviously, especially with 3 cards in the graveyard already, set it up over multiple turns. The hope to trick them play. Paper only play. Cast Disruptor Flute, activate Vial. Hey, just let me resolve this. It'll be fine. Just don't worry about it. Hello, kitty. Tapped Soporific Springs. This bounce spell costs like a bajillion mana. I think I'm probably just full sending all. Stick up to 3. It's a world that like I leave on 2. Ooh, nice. Leave on 2 for like Caracas. Thalia, put it back in. Plays. Get that fucking land out of here. Go get him, second Aether Vial. I believe in you. Just any 3-drop in my deck would be pretty nice at this point. Red Elemental Blast would be really good. Ugh. Ah, we win. Alright. We take those. Sit here, stare at my sideboard some more. Think about how bad those Mother Runes were. A Flicker Wisp would not have been significant. I guess a Flicker Wisp would have been actually pretty sick there, because we would have, instead of one of the moms, we could have like wisped out the springs. Chainsaw Flipperona Johnny. Yeah, not really the plan. The plan A here. Let's run it back. This hand is ugly. Put it molds to 6. We have little to no interaction. We do have Broadside Solitude or Broadside Cauldra for like a turn 4 kill. We have Magus to occasionally punish them, but they have like, you know, 6 or 7 basic islands. Hey, Capons, how's it going? I kind of want to keep this. What are we mulling towards? 4 Rebs, 2 Disruptor Flutes are like our big winners. Sand is very bad versus just like Slam Thought Lash. I guess we don't have an answer for Thought Lash. Magus could be. I don't know. I'm gonna play against Thought Lash enough to have a lot of confidence in my openers here. Roll to 5 is good for me, at least. It's a small question of whether or not I want to lead. I want to actually play Mom. If I, like, completely miss on white cards and never have a thing to feed to the Solitude. For, like, cast Solitude, throw with Broadside. Also means I could, like, Surveil turn 1 instead. Well, I guess that answers that question. God, I want to Wasteland this so badly, but I think that's probably stupid. My opponent rolled to 5, but also doesn't have a ton of ability to use their colorless sources to begin with, and I'd rather Wasteland like a Soporific Springs later. Also, rip for my Red Lotoplast versus Chalice Straw. Pretty fucking awful. Yeah, I'm not greeting this. My plan is to Surveil for 3rd mana source and Stoneforge Cauldron Broadside, try to kill them before they can scrape together the combo on their Mold of 5. If we draw another land and they play a Soporific Springs, then I'll think about this Wasteland more. Like this, yes. Slam Mom. Chalice check them. Good call. That stock up makes me want to Wasteland them less, but also... Wastelanding is just putting us so far away from killing them. Also, we could just potentially Magus of the Moon them. That would be pretty good, huh? Might be able to cut them off a bunch of blue mana that way instead. I think I'm just supposed to cast Stoneforge for Cauldron. Depends a little bit on what we Surveil, I guess. I don't think it does, actually. I think we're just milling, like, literally every card in my deck besides 3rd land. Secure, gotta Surveil for that Ancient Tomb. That would be pretty good, huh? Ancient Tomb out the Magus. Fucking get him. We can cast Broadside, and then we can cast the Solitude and throw it. Alright, here's Stoneforge. I think, are they just, like, dead? 3 plus 7 is 10. No, we're actually 1 off if they tap the tomb. But it would turn off the tomb, potentially. If they, like, tap the tomb this turn, I think I will just slam Broadside instead of Cauldron. Although if they just fucking play Thought Lash, then that's just extremely bad for me, huh? We'd have... I guess now we just go on the Magus plan instead. Unfortunately, it does turn off one of my answers to Thought Lash, which is Skyclave Apparition. But also puts him down to 1 blue mana source. Perfect draw. Always looking out for me, Magus of the Moon. Alright. Top deck, Laron. Recruiter of the Guard would be the good ones. Could also just die to a lot. That's one of the things we could die to. Fair enough. Alright, you got me. Dang. Close match. Had a lot of good tools. Had the tools to win like a lot of that game too. Like perhaps if we had wastelanded and hit the tomb or not. I think casting Stoneforge was right, but they had like exactly the ability to find second basic island into the Thassa's Oracle before we had the time to like pressure them down. The Chalice one was surprisingly backbreaking. They probably don't have a lot of sideboard cards for D&T, but I can't, like, you just leave that in specifically for Rebs, I guess. Cause like none of the rest of the ones in the deck are so bad. I should have done the giveaway. Whoopsie. Oh well, we'll do it after this round. Someone please remind me. Because I will always forget 100% of the time. Floss. Is this the guy that like plays like the mono black pile and like just salts at me all the time in chat? I forget. I feel like it was this person. But I don't want to like speak ill of a random person just because I maybe remember them. If it is the mono black dumpster fire pile, then I kind of want to keep this hand and just like massively disrespect. I think this hand is very bad though. Alright, this hand is... Oh god. I was like, oh, we just bought him the Cauldron. We could try to get it wastelanded. Bottom the Cauldron. Bobble. Bobble self. It is the mono black shit pile. Well, now they know to never waste on my Caracas, so we have a Lotus Petal and a Mold of 5. Please wasteland me. Please just forget about the second Caracas opponent. Goldfish seems to think that I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, my opponent's deck seems to... Yeah, it definitely looks like it's the mono black deck now. I think I need to surveil more than I want to like wasteland them after they surveil. Kind of surprised they took the Magus in the mono black deck when I just the Vial or the Mother. Like they probably have Bowmaster in hand, so they don't care about the Mom, but like the Vial seems more relevant than my 3-mana 2/2, right? I don't know. What if I just like don't even put in the Mom if they just hold up mana? That seems pretty reasonable to me. Get this shit out of here. Looking at this list feels like there's no... I mean, no way they ever beat you is a little strong, considering that we're pretty severely at a disadvantage here, but we also had a horrible mold of 6. I think D&T is heavily favored in this matchup, yes. It's just like all efficient creatures and no card advantage and some like removal. They're not casting anything, so I guess we just surveil some more. Yeah. I think if I played this matchup 10 times, I would win 9 of them pretty confidently. Yeah, if this Mom gains me 2 life every turn by sitting in my hand, I'm all for it. Find, like, Skyclave Apparition would be a cool one. So that is unfortunately not actually very cool at all. Deals 3 damage to my opponent's 3/4. Quite unfortunate. It does block if my opponent gets fed up and casts Orcish Bowmaster. It probably also just dies. Is it better than a random card in my deck is my question. As my vial specifically hits 3, it might be better than a random card in my deck. And this next turn, I can, like, pop Yorion in my hand. But it just doesn't do anything versus fucking Nethergoyf. I think we have to mill it. Fair enough. No. We got them to do the thing. Yeah, a handful of fatal pushes makes a lot of sense. Now I'm thinking about if I want to, like, play broadside, and chuck the mom seems like super aggressive. I think we just cast the mom, see if they want to fatal push it, and just try to, like, block with the broadside. The fact that they're holding on to this fetch definitely, like, screams fatal push to me. They could just have, like, second Bowmaster here, too. We send my Elegant Parlor, sure. I guess I just have to block, huh? Or, you know, try. Never works here. Yeah. Wasteland into Fatal Push. Do I just trade? Oh, do they have second Fatal Push? Sure. We have to draw something this turn or we literally die, so we leave the Vial on 3 and draw Recruiter into Skyclave to stabilize rather than, like, ticking to 4 to try to get to Yorion. Jeez, those fucking draws, huh? Alright, well. I think this matchup is very good. So hopefully we can just take the post-board games, huh? Just leave some terrible Thalias in my deck. Also leave some terrible Magus of the Moons in my deck, I guess. Maybe Thalia's better than Magus, because it pitches to Solitude. It gums up the ground fairly well. Magus is a red card for a Johnny. Loran has no targets too. We have a lot of bad cards for this matchup. Something like this. Maybe even just like Containment Priest. Just like a body that blocks like Bowmasters and stuff. Just the sideboard is almost identical to my Goblin sideboard. I mean, it's hard to be different than like if you're a non-blue deck in Legacy right now. It's just like, all right, ley lines, blasts, trap, flute, miscellaneous hate cards. Leyline better than Magus? Maybe. We could just board in Leylines, like turn off the Nethergoyfs and shrink the Barrowgoyfs. I don't think I have a lot of good options here, I'm gonna be honest. I think this is a good, notably, I think most of the cards in my deck are just like good enough. 3 mana, 2/2 better than Leyline. Yeah, that's ultimately my thought process. Alright, this hand's got some stuff. I think my opponent's deck struggles a lot against a Cauldron Complete if it gets into play. Also struggles a lot against Pre-War Formalware, so hopefully my opponent doesn't do the one thing I don't want them to do this turn. Which is, yeah, cast Aussies and blank my entire hand. I was trying not to say it so I didn't summon it into existence, but that did not work. God really not shining down on this match, huh? Maybe the worst possible draw in the deck. That seems like a terrible idea, Miriam. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That seems truly not a good plan. I guess we fetch now. Oh yeah, because we could like surveil something in the graveyard I don't want them to have. I mean, yeah, I'm going to surveil this in the graveyard, but Jesus Christ, deck. We just draw like Stoneforge Mystic this turn. Alright, I'll take it. It's not Stoneforge Mystic, but it's not bad. I don't want to plow because there's a chance I want to just like leave this in play and end up plowing a Barrogoyf instead. Like, I'm happy to take a couple hits from a Adathi Voidwalker as the Vial ticks up towards Solitude. If it means I don't have to cast the Solitude on Barrogoyf or something. Ooh. Alright, I guess we'll plow this Nethergoyf, huh? I guess it's the same as plowing Voidwalker. They're both 3 power. Goyf gets bigger off of instant or creature. We're likely just going to pop Yori into our hand and potentially kill the Barrogoyf in a few turns, maybe? Or the Nethergoyf, I mean. I think I'd just rather kill the Voidwalker. Still a good turn to draw. Stoneforge Mystic, Recruiter the Guard, Skyclave Apparition. Alright, we'll take that. Would have been nice last turn, but you know. If we get Thought Seized, I have the potential to like pick up a Johnny with Caracas and like pitch it to Solitude if I really want to. Bowmaster? Sure. Yeah, no thanks. Good try though, Moto. Plowing the Dathi as the hidden value of not have to think about Dathi. Yeah, that is genuinely like not a non-zero percentage of the reason I chose that. Please wasteland this. Maybe they wasteland their Krakus so I can like clear this Ajani better, but I think that's fine with me. Like I kind of want to pick it up here, but yeah, do we bounce is the question. I'm really glad I mean, at least we can not Lotus Petal ourselves. I'm thinking about picking this up, honestly, and just, like, killing the Nethergoyf. They just always remove it as soon as I try to pick it up, though, right? So I guess it doesn't matter. Obtain 5. I think I'm going to try to pick it up. I think it's better for me if they, like, manage to not have removal, and they're just like, oh, I'll Thought Seize it. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That is the worst possible turn for them to Barrogoyf me. We have to leave this vial on 3 now because we have to, like, draw Skyclave Apparition and pitch cast Solitude with Recruiter of the Guard. We could also draw Flicker Wisp, which would be the nuts. Or we could draw land. We could do that too. That's a good one. It's a good one to draw. Yeah, deck has certainly not been kind to us. Still got a draw step. got, you know, a lot of draws to stay in this game. And then we... Alright. Not technically dead. Only mostly dead. Second Bowmaster. Go for the throat. What if 8 of my 10 draw steps in this match were lands? Yeah, what if? A hardcast snuff out me, perhaps? Fair enough. Alright, win maybe like the best, lose maybe the best possible matchup. 0-2, like, I would pretty confidently say, like, I think that's one of your best possible matchups. But, you know, sometimes you lose your real good ones and you win your real bad ones. We beat Sifle today, so can't complain too much. I'm more tilted that Flost is an asshole. Like, just salted at me when I crushed them last time we played. But let's run a little giveaway before we do the last round here, huh? I'm gonna run to the bathroom. What's our word? What's our playpoint giveaway code? Where's my little title thing? There it is. What do we got? Nothing really truly spectacular has happened. We've played some like pretty reasonable Magic mostly. Had some wins we shouldn't have got against decks we shouldn't have, losses against decks we shouldn't have. Salt. Let's just do Super for the Legacy Super. I guess for the people that are here now that weren't here at the very start of the stream, I'll be streaming the Legacy Super on Saturday. So feel free to tune in then. Giveaway Super. Type Super in the chat for your chance at 120 play points, courtesy of Daybreak Games. We'll finish this out in a sec. Ow! Get out of here. Be right back. Just gonna run to the restroom. Right. We are back. Did I not say... I was very confused. No one in the chat typed in the giveaway. Usually you come back to a couple more of those. Did I not specify? We're doing the playpoint giveaway. It's in chat. Finish up our last round here. We'll end the giveaway at some point. Preferably when there are more than 2 people in it, but you never know. Mono 4C Reanimator. Thank you, MTG Goldfish. So my opponent has a Traxa in their deck. Or if they're playing the same deck that Goldfish thinks they are. I mean, I'll keep this. Below average hand, but it's fine. I think... Down turn 1, down turn 1, down turn 1. Yeah! Maybe they'll just like... yeah, never mind. Down turn 1. Sick. I mean, they just cast Reanimate on it, so like, possible this Crocus could carry me. These are not in their hand. I guess I'll just bounce this right now because I'm lazy. Not play around Shallow Grave or whatever. God, it's actually it's so scary to play this Thalia here. I maybe want to actually surveil, because if I play the Thalia and then they find a Reanimate with the Archon of Cruelty and then it kills the Thalia and then I don't have a white card to recruit Solitude and kill the Archon. Just like nightmarishly bad for me if that exact sequence of events happens. It'll be fine. This also sets up lethal with the Broadside Bombardier, so I do think it's correct. Yeah. It's just that easy. Just pray their new opening hand is bad. I don't know about these flutes. Definitely boarding these things. Board out this. I think we probably just cut this stuff so we don't get like Reanimate on my Leylined. This looks okay. Nothing else. Like Mom's pretty bad. We can see if they have like a weird sideboard pivot that makes me want like a Skyclave in my deck or something, but the worst possible Grizz I've ever seen. I mean, it is a random. It's like got a free mulligan, right? You put yourself to 5 life. They didn't have like the Animate dead for it specifically. They had the Reanimate, so it's not draw 14. Sometimes your new opening 7's bad, and you just get got. You still type super in the chat, by the way, for our giveaway. Yeah, let's just submit. Mulligan, hard delay line. Or we'll just have an opening 7 with leyline and removal for the inevitable Witherbloom Apprentice juke. We saw Bayou, right? I almost just want to say super again for double the odds. I'll happily mulligan to like 6 looking for leyline. Alright, deck. Sand could definitely be better. One of these Thalias could be like a removal spell for the Witherbloom Apprentice pivot. We might get Thoughtseize off our only land, but like, I'm definitely gonna keep. Why do I open my mouth, chat? Why do I say things? Oh, they took the vial. it's almost bad too because if they took the Witch Enchanter, they could like reanimate it and blow up the ley line too. Land off the top for no justice. We did in fact land off the top for no justice, just like we planned. Maybe I should have kept Chainsaw in my deck for the Witherbloom pivot. I'll just play Thalia here anyway. I'm gonna die to the Witherbloom pivot here. They need a third land at least, unless they have like Dark Red here. Yeah, we'd play Thalia. Even if we had Chains on our deck, Thalia is the correct choice here. Not dead yet. Have a chance to draw Recruiter of the Guard, Solitude, Swords of Plowshares, Wasteland, take my Stoneforge. All those cards are still pretty good to draw. Wait, you took the Thalia? Excuse me? Wasteland might not even do it. Who knows? They just need to hit another land drop. Then we get God again. 4 more gets me a Thalia. Sash doesn't do anything. It's just Cauldron trying to kill him in 2 turns. Dead? Not dead. They don't have the Chain of Smog. Let's go. Maybe they're going to combat first. Attack me for 2. Oh. Die, 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 die. Wow. Wait. They need to unmask? Oh. Alright. I guess they get another turn. I mean, I'm just gonna recruit a Solitude here. Hope it's good enough. Hope they don't find it exactly this turn. Are they dead if I grab Bombardiers? Block here, take 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 5. I don't have any Skyclaves in my deck. I boarded them all out. I guess Bombardiers also kills the Witherbloom or kills them, so it's probably just Bombardiers. Don't kill me. I'll cry. Come on! Alright. Think about the chainsaw plan. Should have asked more nicely. I didn't threaten them. I said I'll cry, which I guess I didn't. I don't think chainsaw is like a realistic thing I'm trying to do. I think we have like Plow, Recruiter, Solitude is a ton of insurance against getting comboed, like Bombardiers too. It's hard for them to roll up the combo all in one turn. I guess we could like Ajani's not very good in this matchup, right? We could trim an Ajani for a chainsaw and not be like too broken. Or maybe even like Mother of Runes instead for a chainsaw and not be too broken up about it. Maybe we want Skyclaves in over more Mother of Runes. I hate having a bunch of Skyclaves in my deck and then getting them like reanimated, getting them Thoughtseize and reanimated, blowing up my ley lines. It kind of sucks, but maybe you just want more insurance for the pivot. We could also like maybe like these flutes are more interesting if my opponent has the Witherbloom. You can like name Chain of Smog, right? Or you can like name a Grizzlebrand or something. It's not the best, but these moms do suck a lot. Can't stress how bad, like how irrelevant these moms are in this matchup. Something like this. Do I want the flute over something else in this deck, like a Whisper and a Johnny? I think I'll just send it. This hand kinda sucks a lot. My opponent kept 7, which is always terrifying. It means if I mulligan to 5 for Leyland, we could die to the sideboard juke. We could keep this on 6 on the play with Plow Thalia. Plus Bombardiers. Bottom a Recruiter. But it is not very good if my opponent just, like, does the turn 1 reanimator thing. We have Plow if they get Archon, which is nice. After they got burned really badly by Grizzlebrand in game 1. I almost want to keep this. I think I will. This might be stupid, huh? Just Darkrit, Witherbloom. Thought sees me. Alright, I guess that's fine. Take Thalia or Plow, probably. Search for 3rd land or extra removal spell. Not that. Secret Crocus is nice. They end up putting a Grizzlebrand in play, like Entomb. Spoils. Just kill yours. Just die. Just die. It's fine. 6 is not a lot. They named Witherbloom Apprentice. We do just have lethal now? Yeah. It's hard for them to combo me on turn 2 through the Thalia here. Okay, they can unmask the broadside. We did not draw a white card, so we're not insulated. I feel like blind casting spoils and living is unethical. I think we just get broadside here. The Solitude could like hold up like that we could fake that we have protection, but also lets my opponent just like cast the spell, cast the Witherbloom, and then we don't have lethal. I guess then we just Solitude it though. But now he just dies. Yeah, now he's just literally dead. Whew. All right. Collected our pity QP. How many do I have? Probably not a lot, huh? Haven't done like any. Prelims. I need to collect. I think it's like a month before the first thing that I actually spent QPs on because of Super season this month. There are like different supers for the next couple of weeks, I think. All these unopened chests. Yeah, you're right. I should sell them. Anyway, so we lost to like best possible matchup, and then we lost a close one to Thought Lash combo. It's like a pretty, and we managed to beat Stifle Knot. So you know, a kind of topsy-turvy league a little bit, but got to flex Bombardier's muscles a lot. The closing speed difference, which is something that like I, you know, is screaming from the rooftops. Could not harp on enough of like the difference between the black splash and the red splash is like the ability for Bombardiers to like actually kill your opponent. Was real nice. Showed up a lot in like almost all of our matches. So I think I'll likely play this or something close to it in the Super on Saturday. Oh, hang on. Any last Super enjoyers? Type Super in the chat, and I can give out this giveaway. Or I'll just give it to like the 3 people that signed up for it. There we go. There they all are. It's on. It's on screen. The giveaway is still going. We can wrap it up as we wrap it up. This is a really short stream. It's only 10 o'clock, but you know, I can actually get an extra hour of sleep. Would be nice, huh? And I'll do the extra stream on Saturday. So I think I can read the screen. And also, in fairness to people that have showed up between the time that the giveaway started and now, I would say 40% of the time leave the giveaway on screen after the giveaway ends. So it's honestly fair to assume that the giveaway has already ended. But no, the giveaway is still going. But yeah, we'll be playing this probably on Saturday. I'll think about making some changes. Not exactly sure. Broadside kept like showing up and being relevant. It makes me hesitant to cut it because I think the fourth broadside was like the closest card for me to the chopping block, in favor of the third Skyclave or the second Witch Enchanter or the second Pre-War Formalware or something. But yeah, I've been enjoying. I think D&D is like a pretty reasonable spot. We see Yoshiwada like top 8ing every other week, with a very classic build. I saw a Yoshiwada list top 8, or it was top 16, like a 300+ person event in Japan. It was like a pretty carbon copied Yoshiwada 95. Seems like the list that the Japanese D&T community has really converged on. Makes a lot of sense. I know Akila's playing his Felia list, black-white list. I know Jamie likes the Red Splash, and I'm a big Red Splash fan as well. I might give Overlord another try at some point, but let's end the giveaway here. Telling Cat, congrats. Oh god, I have to dig up my giveaway codes for this month. It's a new month. I have this April giveaway code email. There's the May ones. Whisper, there's your code. Alright, code given away. Title going off the screen. Presumably Harain is still streaming. Of course he is. That man streams like all night, every night. I don't know how he does it. Incredible constitution. But I'll be back on Saturday like I was just talking about. And after that, I think I'll be cooking up a D&T sideboard guide for Twitch subs with my favorite D&T list, which is probably going to end up being this one unless something drastic changes between now and Saturday. I think this list is pretty nice. I really like Red Elemental Blast and Broadside Bombardiers in the current meta. Start the raid here. Thanks everybody for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you this weekend, and hopefully we'll have a nice, long, successful Legacy Super stream. And I'll see you all then.